What did she tell you to do?
Write another story.
She told you to write another story. And how did that make you feel?
Sad because I didn't get to write more.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, this is Justin Takeover.
Hi you guys, welcome to Justin Takeover. And today we're going to talk about something that's reality, raw, uncut, straight to the point. Justin, for a while now, has been dealing with some behavior problems. But just because Justin has made some bad decisions and bad choices does not make him a bad person, right? Because what is Justin? Justin is
brave and strong.
Yes, he is brave and he is strong. And we just kind of wanted to give him a platform to be able to express how dealing with having a father that is in prison has affected him. So Justin, tell us a little bit about what's been going on, buddy.
I've been in bad at school.
Yeah. And what do they do to you at school when you be bad?
They send me to the chief or the office.
Yeah. And then what happens there?
The office, they will talk to me and let me go back to class.
Yeah, so does that give you some time to kind of express yourself in that moment?
I never talked to them about it.
You don't? They know that you're smart, but nobody has a good understanding on why you do some of the things that you do because you've been kind of afraid to talk about it, right? So we're going to talk about it today so that we can have better days at school, and home, and daycare, right? And we can be a better person, period. You got a yawn?
But I kept my mouth closed.
Yeah, I seen that. Anyway, you were told to write a story, right? And out of all the things that you could have wrote about, what did you decide to write about?
My dad and me.
Yes, you did. And that's not a bad thing, right? So, what did your teacher tell you to write about initially? What did she say? What was you supposed to be doing?
Write about fiction or nonfiction.
And what did you decide to write about?
Fiction / the nonfiction.
Okay. Tell us about the story you wrote.
I put him, me, a TV, the line things.
The line things. And those line things represented jail bars. So basically Justin drew a picture of his dad behind bars, and a TV, and him kind of just talking to his dad. Right? And what were you guys talking about in the story?
We were talking about how's he
Look up.
We was talking about how is he gonna get out.
Yeah. And what did he say?
He said he gonna get out with the key.
With the key? And what did you say? Look up.
I said, oh, okay.
In the story. And what was your emotions in the story that you wrote?
Well, my daddy was sad. I was sad too. But I didn't cry.
You was just sad. You didn't cry in the story though, right? Because you are what?
Brave and strong. And I wanted to take a picture of him so every time I could look at my photos, I could look at him.
Yeah, because looking at him makes you feel what?
Happy.
Right. And it makes you feel happy in real life too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. After your teacher read it, she called and talked to
Granny
about it, and she actually told Granny that it kind of made her a little sad. But she didn't tell you it made her sad, did she? No. What did she tell you to do?
Write another story.
She told you to write another story. And how did that make you feel?
Sad because I didn't get to write more.
So it kind of made Justin feel sad because he really wasn't able to finish his story. And I feel like a lot of adults, they don't give children the chance to express themselves and be their own person and have a voice. So I feel like as a parent, when she told him to change his story, she kind of took away his voice. I didn't get to talk to her. She actually talked to my mom about it. She just said that it made her feel sad. I don't know, maybe she thought that it was going to make somebody else feel sad or something, so she told him to change his story into a more happier story, which he did. She could have allowed him to tell his story, and his story could have gave somebody else hope. It could have made somebody else feel like they are not alone. We never know what kids are dealing with outside of school, outside of daycare. You never know. You never know. And kids need somebody there that's going to be able to let them know that it's okay for them to feel the way that they feel. But we are there for guidance. We are there to help them find ways to be human, but find more positive ways to deal with our emotions and stuff like that. So one of the things we are dealing with Justin is learning self-control, learning how not to always just act out in anger or fear or sadness. We're not going to act out, right? What are we doing right now? What are we learning how to do? What is one of the ways that people can help express themselves?
Talk about it.
Yeah, we're learning how to talk about how we feel. And we're going to be what?
Brave and strong.
Yes, we are going to be brave and strong about it. But I do my best as his mother to just be there for him when I can and explain to him on how I have kind of work and school responsibilities on when I can't necessarily take off to be with him. But how does that make you feel with, not having your mother and your father at school events and stuff?
Sad.
You've never had to be without mommy during the programs that were at nighttime, right?
But you only could go to some that's in morning time.
Yeah, just some of them that's in morning time. And come up to the school and just do simple stuff like eat with Justin and stuff like that to make him feel better. To let him know he got somebody there for him. But it's hard. As a parent, it is extremely hard trying to meet the demands of everyday life as well as being there for your children. But it's a sacrifice, and that's one sacrifice that I have to make. I'm gonna be there when I can, and if I can't, then I just can't, and I explain that to him, so he's very aware. And I'm very open and transparent with them, so they understand. But I just wanted you guys to kind of get an insight, especially males, on how important it is for you to be active when you have the chance to be active into your child's life. Yeah, you guys, it's very important that you are able to put your differences aside and just be there for your kids, man, because it has an effect on them. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, it has a effect on your child's perception of life. It can turn them into some good people, or it can turn them into some bad people. And we ain't got time for that, do we, Justin?
No.
Because we are what?
Brave and strong.
So we're going to be good people in the world, right?
Yes.
So what are some ways that you are going to go about, besides just talking about it? Talking about it is very good. But what are some other things that you think that you could do to kind of help you with your behavior every day?
Like, go to a safe place.
Yes, we can go to a safe place.
School.
At school. so that we can kind of calm down a little bit. That is actually a good idea. Because when you get older, you can go to a safe place. You can go to a park and take a breath of fresh air, scream if you have to, whatever. But I want you to understand that it is okay for you to have those emotions, to feel sad, to feel angry. It's what you do after that that can have a positive effect on your life or a negative effect. So, I mean, if you can go to a place and take a 5-minute breather, do that. If that makes you feel better, do that, okay? And then you go back and you continue to be the brave and strong little boy that I know you can be, right? What's another way?
Squeeze something.
Yes, we can also squeeze things. We have, in the adult world, we have things called stress balls. You can either squeeze them when you're feeling like you're stressed out, or it's something that you can kind of like rotate around in your hand. That's why I gave you this ball here, so that you can relax, but you done dropped it. Here you go, buddy. And then what's another way that we do a lot in our family?
Pray.
Yes, and what are we going to pray?
About to feel better.
We can pray to feel better, and what are we going to ask God for? To help you what?
Help me
Have
self-control.
Yes, we are. We are a Christian family, so I'm big on prayer and faith and all of the stuff. So, that's one of the things that I also want Justin to be able to do when he feels like he is angry or sad or cannot express himself. He can either find him a safe place, and in class they give him a pass actually to where he can pick up the pass and go to a safe place and then come back, right? You get to go back to the classroom after that?
Yeah, like I could write or like color to make me feel happier and achieve, and then I could go back.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like that idea. And then, not only that, we're going to talk about it because it's okay to feel those feelings, right, Jeremiah?
Yes.
They say little boys are not supposed to cry, but that's not true. Little boys should be allowed to cry and show emotions so that they can understand that they are human people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they should be able to talk about it, right? How does it make you feel talking about it?
Happy.
It does make you feel happy. It's hard to hear, you know, your kids' truth and what they deal with. But, hey, it's reality. We're going to help somebody today, ain't we, Justin?
Yep.
So, I mean, that's one of the things that we wanted you guys to know. And be able to maybe take into your homes, you know. Kind of try to give your kids a good little 101 so they are heard. Right, Justin?
Mm-hmm.
And what else? You got anything else you want to say to the people? No? Just make sure you slow down and listen to how your child feels, because I know in our community they teach, a child needs to stay in a child's place. And what does that mean? What does that mean for a little kid? Oh, stay in a child's place. Only worry about kid stuff. We can't do that because we are raising adults. Okay? So I refuse to live in a household where I just teach my kids to stay in a child's place. No, they have a voice. And their little voices are going to be heard. And me as their mother, I'm going to find positive ways to help them express themselves. Whether it's Cassie with the Cassie Show being sassy, which she's allowed to be sassy on the Cassie Show and the Cassie Show only, and she knows that. And Justin Takeover with talking about ways to express yourself as a 7-year-old young black male, right? You ain't angry, are you?
No.
What are you?
Brave and strong.
Of course. I love it. Okay, so that's it for today. Yeah, you guys, we want you guys to be able to talk to your kids about real life stuff. Sit them down, talk to them. You'll be surprised at some of the things that come out of their mouth, child. Like this video, share this video,
Hit the bell.
hit the bell to get our notifications on the next Justin Takeover from the Cassie Show and family. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. We hope and pray us being transparent with our lives help you guys and y'all's, right, Justin? All right, buddy, let's take them out. Peace.
Don't forget to subscribe at our YouTube channel at The Cassie Show and Family.